Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. We are live. A huge welcome to you all this year to the virtual stage of the 21-22 Online Trend Summit, where we're thrilled to have over 2,800 of you joining us today from across the different social channels, from over 1,000 businesses in 50 countries. As always, you know the food people, we've got an action-packed agenda for you today with 16 speakers covering all aspects of the foresight spectrum, from immunity to direct-to-consumer and plant-based, to the huge contribution that immigration and migration brings to our global food culture. As part of our intent to shift the future of food and drink by harnessing the power of trends, we want to inspire you to change and adapt for a better future. Making sense of the future trends horizon in these unprecedented times is absolutely essential. And what we'll be doing is introducing you to the top 10 TFP 21-22 trends. And our amazing presenters will be deep diving into the particular elements of that trends framework in more detail as subject matter experts. Those of you that are Trend Hub subscribers will also be pointing you to the various assets on Trend Hub for you to explore the trends and the details of those trend manifestations in much more detail. So look out for those pointers as we go through today's itinerary. We recognise that 2020 has been, like you, a year like no other. We didn't realise how on point and relevant our global driver for 2020 was going to be. We identified that as securing the future. We didn't realise how relevant that would be in the COVID era. Our industry, after medicine, has been at the forefront of COVID. And whether that be the huge effort of feeding the nation and dealing with huge spikes in unprecedented demand and massive shifts in business mix to other sectors, in particular hospitality, and the associated supply chains that feed in to those businesses, have had to radically and quickly adapt to the new normal. In many cases, parts of the industry have given to others in their hour of need, which has been incredible. And this ability to innovate and pivot is testimony to the people, the business and brands that make up our industry. Yeah. And as a team, our hearts go out to everyone who has or whose families have been affected by COVID-19 in whatever way, for those that have lost jobs and those that have also sadly lost life. We recognise that different states and different countries, as we've said, there's lots of people listening today from different parts of the globe. Everyone's in different phases of local COVID or pandemic status. This event has been curated over the last couple of weeks. So any changes to local legislation or restrictions may not necessarily be reflected in the content. It's a fast-moving horizon, as I'm sure you'll appreciate. But before we get started, we've got some really, really exciting news. And Wayne, I invite you to share that news with everyone.
Thank you, Charles. As Charles has said, a huge welcome to you all today to this, our 2021-22 Online Trend Summit. But before we kick off the day, and as Charles said, what a day we have for you all, I just wanted to say a few words on behalf of us all at the Food People about the TFP Foundation, which we're really excited to be officially launching today. As you know, at the heart of everything we do is shifting the future of food and drink. And the TFP Foundation has been set up to use food as a force for good, to support better food, health, and education in our young people and children. For us, we couldn't possibly shift the future of food and drink without supporting our future generations. And we are thrilled and delighted to be partnering with an amazing organisation, Chefs in Schools, as the first beneficiary of the TFP Foundation. We'll hear more from Chefs in Schools in a few moments. But in the meantime, please support them and the amazing work they're doing by donating via the link that will be in the summit chat throughout the day, buy a copy of our new ebook with the proceeds going to Chefs in Schools, And please help raise awareness by liking, sharing, and commenting on posts that relate to the foundation and Chefs in Schools. Together with your support, we can continue to transform school food, food education, and improve the health of future generations. Please, please give as much as you can. Thank you. Charles.
So, as Wayne alluded to, Nicole and Naomi from Chefs in Schools are going to be our first speakers. So in just a few moments' time, we'll hear from those guys, Naomi and Nicole at Chefs in Schools, to tell us more about what they do and why we all need to get involved. And we'll be back again with you on the other side of that presentation. We'll see you shortly.